Hello, good morning. Welcome back with me, Miss Christina Natalia Simarmata. So today we want to learn a new topic that is simple past tense. But remember, this is the continue from our lesson last week or last meeting. So what is simple past tense? So let me to explain for you the simple past tense, but I won't share the screen. Okay. What did you do yesterday? But can you look at my screen? Yeah, you can look at my screen, right? So, what did you do in yesterday? Yeah, they use the simple past tense. So let us continue. Okay, example. For the first example is I visited Barcelona last year. Please look at this sentence. I visited Barcelona last year. In here, we can know about, we can imagine that this is not verb one, right? And then the time expression not future or not right now, like today. This is different from simple present tense and continuous tense. And then the second one is she met her friends at 8 p.m. yesterday. Remember, yesterday, not me, not visit, but visited. So let us to go. When we use simple past tense, yeah, we use the past simple tense to talk about the action happening in the past and then with the specific time in the past. Okay? So the activity is happening. And then there are three formula in simple past tense. That is positive structure, negative structure, and then question structure. Okay, the first one is positive structure. All the subjects take the past form or verb to of the verb. Remember, positive structure using verb to, okay? Subject pronoun followed by verb to and then object complement and time expression. So, in positive structure, they're using verb to. For example, he ate lunch an hour ago, or my mom went to the Jantos last night. When is the verb to from go, pergi. Ate is a verb to from eat atau makan. Jadi di sini in positive structure, the formula using verb to, okay? And then how about the negative structure? In negative structure, all the subject take didn't and the best form verb one. So in positive using verb to, but in the negative you back using verb one. Remember, subject pronoun didn't, verb to. For example, like he didn't study math yesterday. He as a subject pronoun and then didn't and then study, not studied. So in here, this is different with the positive structure, right? Yeah, verb one and verb two. Okay, how about the question structure? We use did. Remember, we use did in the beginning or before the subject. So did, subject, and then verb one. So you can conclude that in the simple past tense, only positive using the verb to. But in the negative and then question, don't forget using verb one. And then special for the question structure, followed by question text. At the end, you must using question text ya. Jangan lupa bedakan kalimat bertanya itu dengan diakhiri dengan tanda tanya, okay? Like, did you read a book yesterday? Did he go to the bed last night? Okay. And then let us go to the quiz. Are you ready, guys? We want to quiz. But wait, before we go into the quiz, remember, in simple past tense, there are two types of the verbs. That is regular verb and then irregular. In regular, for example, like our sentence, I visited Barcelona. Visited is the visit verb for the verb one, right? But visit is the regular verb because we add ed. Visited. And then irregular verb. Irregular verb like the verb not consistent pattern. So this is unique. Why is it unique? Like go. The first verb one from pergi. Go. But the verb two is when. Is it consistent? No. So that is irregular verb. And then let us going to the quiz. Ready? Go. Oh, wait, this is the time expression from simple past tense. Yesterday, ago, and last. Okay, this quiz. Ready? Which sentence is correct in simple past tense? She goes to the market yesterday? No, because this is goes. Go? No. Going? No. When? Yeah. Is it the correct answer, okay? Okay. In here, why? What the application I use? This is Mentimeter, guys. Mentimeter can help me to in my teaching process. In Mentimeter, there's so many optional and slot helping you to make it your teaching is interest, attract your student, and attract my student. So in here, how to operate this? Okay, for example, when I using the quiz, yeah. The first one is this is the question. I can to make it the question like I want to bold. I choose the format like this. Okay, and then about the optional, I make it in here for options because there's a multiple choice. And then when I want to choose where is the correct answer, I can click like this for the button. And then if the first I using the range or the duration to answer is 30 seconds, in here I want to change. So I click this option, seconds to answer. For example, 15 seconds. Let me to change. Okay, like this. And then if you want to make it the leaderboard of each the question, you can to choose this button, turn on and turn off. And then when I play my quiz, you can hear the back song, right? Yeah, I using that. You can to choose this. You can turn on the enable quiz mode like this button, and then please choose one music that you want to use in your quiz, like me or this. You can choose one, okay? Okay, and then if I want to make it the reaction in my quiz, I can to choose this. I click the interactivity and then reaction like heart, question tag, or like and dislike. And then enable Q&A. Nih, nih. How if you want to add the Q&A question and visible to everyone, you can to use this. And the last one is live chat if you want to make it this live chat. And maybe if you want to make it this option. Nih. If in your quiz or in your question you want to put the picture to support, you can click this, guys, image, and then drag the picture or the image. For example, just the example, okay? I using this. Okay, we can to make it the layout so good. Up to you. What did you need? Yeah, please choose the layout that you want. This is like, this is like a background full image. Or if you make the question and then the picture side by side, you can to choose like this, guys. Okay? Okay, I think that's enough from the Mentimeter, but how to integrate the Zoom? Yeah, how to integrate Zoom? Hmm, stop share, I think. And then how to integrate the Zoom? Let me make it the oversize like in here. Okay, how to make it the Zoom? Nih, now I'm going to using Zoom. Stop. I think I share this. Nih, saya for example Christina Natalia. Share. Okay. I share if I want to misal, for example, I want to share the screen. I choose this and then, for example, PPG modul 1. Simple like this. Yeah. Nih, I can share this, guys. Nih. Okay. And then how if I want to using the this optional like nih how to using Zoom. Nih. Okay. Nih, I want to make it the Zoom. For example, like stop share. If the background, if I want to make it the background like this. Nih. Okay, content only. And then how if I want to how using Zoom actually? Okay, in here, if you want to self, okay, no, unmute. And then if I want to using this audio, close my audio or close my camera, I click this. And then layout you when you want to setting your performa, and then show meeting maybe like this. And then if you want to make it the whiteboard like this, okay, new whiteboard, please choose continue. Nih, for example ya, how to operate. Okay, wait, like this. Simple. Okay, yeah, like that. And then if you want to make it the reaction, you choose this, guys. Nih, in here you can to make it the reaction. Nih, if you like want to make it heart, thumb up, and then love, shock, and then surprise like this. Okay, let us to try surprise good misalnya like this. This reaction will be shown. And then if I want to make it the check it who is the participant in this meeting, you can click this participant and then look at this. If you want to make it, if your student during your explanation is so annoying, you can mute them. Click this. Okay? Okay. And then the last is when you want to share or when you want to send a message in Zoom, there are two optional, public and then private like this. If you want to make it public, yeah, you can choose everyone option. And then if it is private, you can choose please choose one and then send that message. So your message is will be private, guys. If you choose that is to someone, not everyone. Okay, I think that's enough from me about how what is simple past tense and then how I integrate Mentimeter in my teaching process, and then the last is how I integrate Zoom. and all the tools in the Zoom. I think that's enough. If there's some mistake, I'm sorry. Good morning. Bye bye.